Thank you so much. I know you're busy and you're so hectic, so I really appreciate this.
No, Becky, I told you I'm going to do it. I have to give back for the kids, like you said. Sometimes in times of hope, you can get it from anywhere.
My name is Becky Fatimi and I am the founder of Shadow to Shine, the CIC that helps promote positivity for the next generation. I am extremely pleased to let you know that I had an amazing catch up with an old friend of mine who emigrated to the States many years ago to follow his dream. I'm super proud and so happy to also announce that Shadow to Shine's new patron is Dre London, the uber successful business mogul and businessman who is South London born, who took a risk and went all the way to America to pursue his dream, and boy did he succeed. One of the most successful businessmen in music right now in America, and he's just started. A mogul, running more than one business, managing artists such as Tyga, Post Malone, as well as many other things such as building a music platform, his own shoe line for women, and that's just the beginning. This is an incredible honor, and someone who inspires me, never mind the next generation, and wanted to give back. So, Dre London, we salute you and we welcome you to the fold of Shadow to Shine.
I know how busy you are, so I know that this is the beginning of a journey with Shadow to Shine and Dre London and your team. Because I was saying to Christina, there's components of your team that we would love to also be mentors, to the kids. Because as you've always said, it's the team that makes the dream work. So
no, it's the team. It's the team that makes the dream work. It's only the team that makes the dream work.
Yeah.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Together, everyone always makes.
Yeah. Well, we want, for me and with you as the patron, we're going to change the narrative, and that is the key for me. It's giving these young kings and queens, let's not forget our ladies, that one opportunity and that one light, clear, transparent advice. But let's take it right back. So which part of London are you from?
South London, Brixton, Angeltown to be exact.
Wow.
Quite crazy when I think about it.
Yeah, amazing. So you grew up in Angeltown, and were you always into music?
Always. I didn't know it was going to be a passion, though, but I was always into music. I always felt like it was always a part of my soul. I didn't think that I would be where I am today, and that everything that you grow up with actually has a full circle, if that makes sense. Things that I started with in the beginning and then came back around, you start looking at your childhood and it starts to make sense for how that shapes your future. You have this side inside of you that really wants to do something, you should go and do it. Don't listen to anyone else that feels like they don't believe in your dreams, or that you don't have a big idea that you want to take to the rest of the world. For me, my big idea was, I didn't even know what it was. I just knew at a certain point in time I wanted to be this huge guy in the music industry, and England wasn't cutting it for me. So obviously, it's like a dream. I actually saw me go into Hollywood, saw me go into LA, and everything I'm doing now. It's quite crazy. I literally saw it. You can't say, oh, see, like it's a weird way of seeing it. It's like a daydream and a night dream, if that makes sense.
And did you have a mentor, or did you have a soundboard? Did you have someone that was like, do this?
Don't get me wrong. I had people that I looked at as mentors. I didn't know they wasn't mentoring me, but like I just looked at certain things. Like I looked at Jay-Z, his hustle. I looked at P. Diddy. I looked at a lot of like, what's quite crazy is how close me and Diddy are now. Last week I was at Diddy's house and he's like hitting my arm, laughing, making jokes, saying, "You bought my jet. You bought my jet." Like, yeah, like to have that kind of a conversation with Diddy 10 years ago, you were sleeping on someone's couch. So many people in England told me to go to my yard. So many people said, "Yo, go home. Bro, you could go home. You're not a waste man back home. You did it. You did it back home. Before you left, you was already good. You was already flipping houses, doing this, doing that." They didn't see my dream was bigger than that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just know that the kids today that are in England, are in London, that want to be the biggest they can be in the world, nothing can stop them. Nothing. And worse, even in this time right now, if you look like me, the opportunities are bigger for you. So I'm here to tell you and to tell the kids today, they can do it. I'm proof of it. Like,
I think the kids that we're mentoring now, which you're going to be seeing, you know, as working with Shadow to Shine, the difficulty is they have the voice in them that's telling them they're amazing and to go for the dream, but they actually have less access than they've ever had before. So they're finding it really hard to get that one opportunity because, you know, they're in a time where the social media is so impersonal. So I think to have a mentor and to have someone to speak to and say, right, this was your journey. More importantly, where did you mess up?
All these kids probably feel like, yeah, but he doesn't understand this. He doesn't understand.
Exactly.
But I do. They could easily feel like I don't understand their grind. I don't understand every single thing they are doing. Every single thing that these kids are thinking in London that you're talking about, that you take care of with Shadow to Shine, are going through stuff that I've been through. Yeah. Every single one. There's not one thing they haven't been through. I used to sell weed.
Yeah.
I used to sell harder drugs.
Yeah, me too.
I used to do all these things in the country. I used to do all these things that people would feel like he didn't do that or he's never seen that. How? I didn't come from the
I
came from the hustle side.
Thing, you know, I mean, just to run through what you've done. You know, you've done French Montana, Jadakiss, Max B. You know, you've obviously Post Malone from inception, and you know, Post Malone is now a brand. He's not an artist. And then you've done London Entertainment, which is, you know, songwriters, producers, graphic artists, editors, photographers, creatives, digital content. You manage Tiger, Tank God, Tyler, you are, you know, but I think the most important thing, which is what makes you such an incredible patron, is for you, it wasn't like, right, I'm doing management and that's it. You have made yourself a brand. Like when you talk about the things that you are, your shoe line, do you know what I mean? You're not even a woman and you're understanding, you know what I mean?
No, yeah.
I want to see this girl in that shoe. So you know what? I'm just going to do the shoe, you know, and I'm going to empower the woman wearing it.
Yeah. And that's why I say that there's nothing that you cannot do.
Yeah.
Because I had this idea before I met Post. And then met Post, and still 5 years later, I'm now launching, like, not 5 years, but I'm like 5 years in after going hard at it. I'm now launching my own shoe line. And like, people would have never believed that Dre had his own shoe designs in his head before 2014. And then with the first time I'm meeting Post, he's seeing shoes in the trunk. Like, he's like, is this guy into music? This guy into shoes? Like, what is this guy? Like, do you understand? And now, years later, he understands this guy is an entrepreneur. This guy has a journey of his own. This guy is a beast, and he believes in me, and he believes in whatever branding we're going to put together to make work. And everyone has these opportunities. Everyone has small windows. Like, these kids from Shadow to Shine, they need to like build step by step. It's not gonna happen overnight. This isn't something that you just wake up and you think, oh, I want it, it should be here. The world don't owe you nothing. No. You need to start building it piece by piece. Just build small little goals. Like today, I want to try and make sure that I achieve this. Like by next week, I want to try and achieve this. By next month, I want to try and achieve that. Just small little goals. Once you just start using them small goals, you can achieve anything. I want to be able to give back, and I want to be able to show them that there's no one that can stop me. No. I know you might feel like, oh, this guy, he's okay. He's already where he is in life, and like he's not living my life every day. But like I'm telling you, I was living the same life every day, second to second, minute to minute, pocket to pocket, pound to pound, 10 pound to 20 pound, 100 pound gone, 1,000 pounds gone, 10,000 gone. Like I know the hustle. I know every single hustle that you can imagine in England.
And now we're runway to plane.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just wanted to say thank you, and we appreciate it. We look forward to the journey, and congratulations as the patron of Shadow to Shine. And
thank you. I look forward to doing more.
Yeah. And thank you for being so humble, and remembering it. So that goes a great, for me, that's the richest person that you could be. So I really appreciate it. And,
thank you. I come from a humble background, so there's no need for me to go somewhere.
And you stayed humble, so that's the key for me. So that's what we want to inspire the kids.
As I said, I want to help any of the kids that I can at Shadow to Shine to shine.
Well, thank you so much, and we appreciate it. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.